On Global TV News Prime, Northeast governors warn of flood shortages, urge federal action. And in business, Nigeria and Brazil straighten ties on fintech, financial stability, remittance, and on the foreign scene, former Ukrainian parliament speaker shot dead. In sports, Fernandez late penalty hands United first EPL win of the season. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television. Coming to you live from nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Now the news in full. Governors of Nigeria's 6 northeast states under the chairmanship of Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum have warned of looming humanitarian and economic crisis in the region, citing climate changes, fragile infrastructure, a rise in agricultural costs, insecurity, displacement, and poverty as the compounding threats to millions of livelihoods, with forecasts from climate agencies predicting imminent floods that could devastate communities. In a communique issued at the close of the Northeast Governors Forum, 12th meeting held in Jalingo, Taraba State, the leaders called for urgent action by the federal government and the Northeast Development Commission to reconstruct weakened bridges, subsidize farm inputs, prepare for dry season farming, and implement proactive flood control and sensitization measures to avert flood shortages and hunger expected in 2026. A protest by youths in Lagos State have reportedly led to the death of 3 persons and various degrees of injuries to many others. The incident, which occurred at the Elemoro area of Lekki, turned deadly as the protesters, mostly youths, took over major roads into Onosa community. The reasons for the protests are not yet known. By ascertained eyewitnesses said the police initially tried to disperse the protesters with tear gas, but things took a deadly turn when they allegedly began firing live ammunition into the crowd. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Olarandare Jimo, promptly responded to the incident by personally leading a detachment of officers to the scene. Every day, millions of Nigerian children roam the streets, hawking goods, begging for alms, or simply wandering without care. Behind each child is a story of lost opportunity, a story that threatens Nigeria's future. In this special report, our correspondent Mukhtar Kasim takes a closer look to the disturbing phenomenon. His report.
From dawn till dusk, the streets of Nigerian cities tell a haunting story. Children, some barely old enough to spell their names, weave between traffic, selling water, fruits, or biscuits. Others sit on the sidewalk, their palms stretched out for help.
It's very unfortunate that some parents did not take care of their children, that they allow their children to running around. Me as a father, I cannot allow my children to running around because I have to feed them somewhere. Even while they are on holiday now, I have to feed them somewhere. If you train your children in a good way, when they grow up, they will not misbehave. But if you allow your children to be going up and down, before you know, they will find themselves in one situation or the other.
For these children, school is a distant dream. Instead, survival is their daily lesson. Poverty, broken homes, and weak social structures push them to the streets where danger lurks at every turn.
Poor parenting. Poor parenting goes as far as parents not even knowing their duties. So don't even know why they gave birth to these children. Because others are giving birth. Because when you don't have a child in the society, they look at you as a failure, or you are a barren woman, or you are a father that cannot produce children. So people just produce children as if they are producing chickens.
Experts warn that this circle not only robs children of education, but also deepens Nigeria's social and economic crisis.
Because everybody knows that the way the situation is now in Nigeria, things is not going well. So every parent are just managing their life because of the economic of the country.
The Nigerian government has introduced policies aimed at universal education, Yet, implementation gaps remain. Advocacy groups insist that stronger enforcement and community involvement are crucial. UNICEF estimates that more than 10 million Nigerian children are out of school, the highest number in the world. Each child on the streets today is a stark reminder of promises unfulfilled, and unless urgent action is taken, the nation risks raising a generation trapped in poverty and neglect. Mukhtar Kasim, reporting for Global Television News.
The disregard for traffic regulations once again played around Churchgate in Abuja as an accident occurred due to motorists failing to obey traffic lights. Although no life was lost, for a person sustained some degrees of injury. Samuel Odi was on the scene for Global TV.
Eyewitnesses say the crash happened when a commercial driver, in a bid to beat the red light, rammed into another vehicle that had the right of the way. The collision left both vehicles badly damaged and caused a gridlock in the area. Passerbys and emergency responders quickly moved in to rescue the injured, who have since been taken to the hospital for treatment. Officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps have continually been carrying out public enlightenment campaigns reiterated that the dangers of ignoring traffic rules, stressing that strict obedience to traffic lights could prevent endless accidents. They have also advised road users to cultivate patience, especially at intersections, noting that recklessness not only endangers lives but also puts unnecessary pressure on emergency service. While victims are reported to be in stable conditions, authorities are warning motorists to drive responsibly and remember that every traffic rule is designed to protect lives and properties. Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
Unfortunate incident there. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has assured the Nigerian Army of the state government's continued partnership in sustaining peace and security across the region. The governor gave the assurance while receiving the new force commander of Operation World Stroke, Major General Moses Gara in Lafia. Sadia Yakubu has details.
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule received Major General Moses Gara, who officially assumed duty as Force Commander of Operation World Stroke in the state. He says the military's renewed use of non-kinetic strategies will further boost ongoing efforts to curb insecurity, not only in Nasarawa but also in neighboring states.
We have a partner on us, and I commend you that since you came, you have been on top of it. And one area you have mentioned is about information, because as you said, security officials are completely blind without information. So that intelligence you can get from so many sources. And one of those sources is just within your own other security agencies. They are able to share a lot. And I have met several times with the CDS General Musa, and he has also mentioned that, that we must continue to approach things, non-kinetic, because we cannot continue to see it purely as kinetic.
In response, Major General Moses Gara pledged to consolidate security operations across Nasarawa, Benue, and Taraba State. He also spoke on the recent attack in Yelwata, Benue State, assuring that investigations are ongoing to avert similar incidents. Force Commander commended Governor Sule for his consistent support to security agencies, describing it as vital for sustaining peace and stability in the state.
We've had the Yelwata incident on June 13th and 14th, 2025, and it painted us in very bad light. But of course, there has been extensive investigations. We have drawn lessons from that, and we have put in place very active measures to ensure that we don't witness a repeat of such. In that regard, everywhere I found myself, I've always made the case to solicit the support of the good people of Nasarawa State. They have been, of course, very highly cooperative, and that speaks to the very peaceful, relatively environment we have here in Nasarawa State.
The visit was rounded up with the commissioning of Sector 2 headquarters of Operation Wheelstroke in Lafia. Sadia Yakubu reporting for Global Television.
A sector once known for excellence is now grappling with underfunding, low morale, and a flight of academic talent. Nigeria's public university system is facing what experts have described as a slow-burning collapse. Our correspondent Sadia Yakubu tells us more.
Nigerians' academic pay is among the lowest in sub-Saharan Africa, a reality contributing to mass brain drain. A recent survey shows that over 40% of Nigerian lecturers are seeking opportunities abroad. They teach future doctors, engineers, and presidents, but many of Nigerian university lecturers are barely surviving.
Yeah, because it's a setback. Imagine you're supposed to graduate this year. If we go on strike, we end up graduating next year. So
lecturers are angry, frustrated. Sometimes students in public universities go for weeks without classes because of one strike or the other.
Nothing to do, just sleeping and waking up. I'm supposed to be done with my school, but the frustration, the regrets, the money you will see come back and spend and everything is not helpful. So I'll beg them, they should not even go on strike.
Senior lecturers and professors at federal universities are paid less than what many other workers from other ministries, departments, and agencies are earning with other entitlements.
As to strike, there was a lot of delays on the schedules, on the calendar, and I wouldn't like to experience such a thing because with the current school calendar, we are very fast.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has gone on strike over 15 times in the last 20 years, demanding better funding and fair wages. We acknowledge the concerns of the lecturers and also students. Salary review must follow national economy realities, but government is working on a sustainable wage structure. With rising inflation, poor facilities, and global competition, Nigerians' best mind are leaving not just the classroom, but the country.
As the country debates minimum wage and economy reforms, one question remains: how can Nigerians afford to neglect its universities and the people who are powering them? For a nation that prides itself on being the giant of Africa, this is more than an academic issue. It is a national emergency. Sadia Yakubu, Global Television.
You are watching the live broadcast of News Prime. The News Prime returns former Ukrainian Parliament Speaker shot dead. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Prime on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. On Business Now, Nigerian Central Bank Governor Olayemi Cardoso says Brazil's Afro-Brazilian community, the largest population of Africa descent outside Africa, offers a huge opportunity to boost remittance flows between both countries. He made the remark during a meeting with Gabriel Galapolo, head of Brazil's central bank, on the sidelines of President Bola Tinubu's state visit, where both delegations discussed monetary policies, financial stability, and regulatory cooperation. Cardoso also emphasized closer collaboration in areas like payment systems, fintech, and mobile money to deepen institutional ties and economic engagement. Still on business stories now, the federal government has announced a double increase in passport application fees effective September 1st, 2025. This marks the second major rise in just 1 year, a development that has thrown different opinions. Our correspondent brings you the details and reactions. Over now to Ubong Usoro's report.
The Nigerian Immigration Service says starting September the 1st, 2025, passport prices for citizens will increase. With this announcement, a 32-page passport with a 5-year validity will now cost 100,000 naira, while a 64-page passport with a 10-year validity will rise to 200,000 naira. Prior to this increase, The fees were already elevated in September 2024 from 35,000 naira to 50,000 naira for the 32-page version, and from 70,000 naira to 100,000 naira for the 64-page version. The Nigerian Immigration Service says the hike is meant to uphold the quality and integrity of Nigerian passports while ensuring efficient service delivery and covering rising production costs, especially for applicants within Nigeria. Fees for Nigerians abroad remain unchanged at $150 for the 32-page and $230 for the 64-page passports.
No, it's no good. Support to go down.
I think that's a bit excessive because people are already finding it hard to pay for the passport when it was 50,000, and now they're basically doubling the price. So if somebody wants to travel for healthcare now, an emergency, and they're looking for a passport or they want to renew their passport, how can they afford that? It's basically just defeating the whole purpose of every Nigerian trying to get a passport.
I was about renewing, and I just got a shock that the price has been increased again. So irrespective of, well, I feel for mobility's sake, a lot of people should strive to get their passports for mobility's sake, and it's not when the need arises to travel, then you now already want to go and get. I think a lot of Nigerians should get their passport for mobility's sake, but I feel the pricing increase is coming at the very wrong time.
While the Nigerian government frames the hike as a necessary step to enhance passport durability, security features, and processing times, critics argue that it disproportionately affects Nigerians facing economic hardship. Many say it risks reducing access to a basic travel document for the working class. Ubong Osoro, reporting for Global TV News.
On the foreign scene now, campaigning has officially begun in Guinea for the September 21st constitutional referendum, with the country's media regulator introducing controversial new rules that critics say restrict freedom of expression. The guidelines mandate equal airtime for supporters and opponents, but bar private media from hosting interactive referendum discussions and exclude groups in conflict with the state, sparking protests from the press unions. Now, the referendum, which coincides with the coup adversary, seeks to extend presidential terms to 7 years, create a Senate, and remove lifetime presidential term limits, raising concerns about Guinea's democratic future under military transition. Former Ukrainian Parliament Speaker Andrei Palovy has been shot dead in Lviv by gunmen disguised as a courier, triggering a massive manhunt under a special operation called Siren. Authorities say the attacker, who used an e-bike and posed as a delivery worker, fired several shots that killed Palovy instantly, with 7 shell casing recovered at the scene. President Vladimir Zelensky and other officials mourned the 54-year-old Armenian leader and security figure, describing him as a patriot who played a central role in Ukraine's defense and democratic struggle since 2014. In sports news now, Manchester United edged Burnley 3-2 at Old Trafford thanks to dramatic stoppage time penalty from Bruno Fernandes, easing pressure on under-fire manager Ruben Amorim after their Carabao Cup humiliation to Granby. Customary efforts forced an own goal from Josh Cullen before Burnley twice hit back through Leah Foster and Jordan Anthony, with Brian Mbeumo briefly restoring United's lead. Relief finally came in added time when VAR spotted Anthony's foul on Ahmed Diallo, allowing Fernandes to convert from the spot and seal United's first league win of the season. Now, in the meantime, Chelsea have secured their first home win of the season with a 2-0 victory over Fulham thanks to João Pedro's header just before halftime and Enzo Fernandez penalty early in the second half. The match saw early controversy from Fulham's goal was disallowed by VAR, but Chelsea steadily grew into the game. Despite losing Liam Delap to injury and reshuffling their attack, Fulham pressed with threats from Rodrigo Muniz and Alex Iwobi, but the Blues' defense, combined with key substitutions and Pedro's decisive contributions, ensured they collected 3 points and moved up to 7 from their opening 3 matches. Aerobics, a high-energy exercise routine that combines rhythm, movement, and endurance, is fast becoming one of the most popular ways to stay fit, reduce stress, and improve overall health. From community fitness centers to open-air parks, more people are discovering how this simple yet effective activity is transforming lives. Over now to Samuel Odi's report.
Health experts emphasize that aerobic exercises do not only help in weight management but also improve cardiovascular health, boost energy level, and strengthen the muscles. Unlike many fitness programs, aerobic is flexible. It can be done individually or in groups, making it suitable for all age brackets.
You jack your heart rate monitor up, and then aerobics works every part of your body. Unlike strength workout and the other workout programs, aerobics deal every part of your body. Most especially people that are finding it difficult to sleep. When you're feeling weak, you wake up, you are not feeling too strong, you are not getting yourself. If you do this and it doesn't take much, you can do it with or without music.
Across cities, instructors are introducing innovative routines, blending dance, music, and stretching to keep participants motivated. Medical professionals also highlight the mental benefits, noting that regular aerobic activities reduces anxiety, sharpens focus, and enhances the mood.
It's what works for me. It's what works for my body because I've seen how amazing it is. I'm a mom of one, and before and after birth, I saw what it did to me, so there's no need stopping. So health-wise, I think it's good. This might not work for you. It might be taking a walk or something, but just do something that, makes you active every day.
With rising awareness about healthy living, aerobics is proving to be more than just a workout. It is a lifestyle which brings communities together through movement and rhythm. Samuel Odi for Global Television News.
As Global TV News Prime comes to an end, here's a recap of our top stories again. On Global TV News Prime, we brought to you that Governor of Nigeria's 6 Northeast states under the chairmanship of Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum have warned of looming humanitarian economic crisis in the region, citing climate change, fragile infrastructure, rising agricultural costs, insecurity, displacement, and poverty as compounding threats to millions of livelihoods, with forecasts from climate agencies predicting imminent floods that could devastate communities. And in business now, Nigerian Central Bank Governor Olayemi Cardoso says Brazil's Afro-Brazilian community, the largest population of African descent outside Africa, offers a huge opportunity to boost remittance flows between both countries. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you that former Ukrainian Parliament Speaker Andrei Barabi have been shot dead in Lviv by gunmen disguised as a courier, triggering a massive manhunt under a special operation called Siren. And finally, in sports, we brought to you that Manchester United edged Burnley 3-2 at Old Trafford thanks to a dramatic stoppage time penalty from Bruno Fernandes, his impression under fire manager Ruben Amorim after their Carabao Cup humiliation to Grimsby. And that's it on Global TV News Prime. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.